Welcome back, GF. I like having the puck here. I need something, but Leaf game literally just ended. The Boston Bruins are a bunch of fucking flukes, but Maple Leafs weekly analysis. They went 2-1, so that's positive. 3-game winning streak snapped tonight, but let's get into it. Started with the Penguins at Maple Leafs. John Tavares, 500 goals. Congrats. Class act. John Tavares Foundation. Everything. The guy can play with McMahon and Robertson, and they look good. Robertson scoring more goals. Needs a little bit more time in the top six, but it's the Leafs. Still juggle everyone all around. But tonight, Max Domi took his turn on the fourth line. How can you have a guy like that on the fourth line? But, Machelli's picking it up. But anyway, 4-3, good result. Utah Mammoth, good hot team coming in. Young team, Cooley, Gunther, Sergachev, and the boys. 5-3 Leafs. Offense isn't a problem. When I say no Mitch, no problem, it's not the offense. It's the defense. 3 goals, and tonight they lose 5-3. Comedy of errors. Philip Myers looks terrible. Tree Living, get a fucking D. You have 3 or 4 extra forwards. Everyone in the city knows this. You got to do something, man. You made this. You made your bed. Now you got to fix it, or however the fuck the saying goes. But who scores? Fraser Minton. Look, Minton in the first for Carlo. The jury's out on that. Scott Long looks terrible. Guy gets fucking drilled tonight. Good for Bobby McMahon. Can these fucking refs let these guys stop being pussies? Let them fucking fight. But I'm on fire here, man. I got to go do some work, so I'm doing this quick. But yeah, frustrating. A bunch of ugly goals. The one that went in, Stolar barely went in. I didn't think there was conclusive evidence, but still. Stolar's was bad. Hildeby came in, did his job. And then Fraser Minton. But first, Nylander, off the wall, a crossbar, side post, and across the line, and then hits Swayman, and it goes just wide of the net. Swayman's another guy. Plays well, but he's a fucking fluke against the Leafs. So that's how the Bruins are. Ugly team. Pasternak always dominates us, and that's kind of how it goes. But we do have a rare Sunday game tomorrow. Hurricanes at Maple Leafs. I think because Hildeby played the second and third, do you go to him or do you go back to Stolarz? But Stolarz needs to be better. But the problem, the D isn't good enough in front of him, and we don't have Chris Tanev. A trade needs to be made here, or we are in. When I say in trouble, I know the Leafs are 8-6-1, but they're going to be fighting all year for a playoff spot. And again, the D you're asking old man Oliver Ekman-Larsson to help out Riley. Riley continues to do his thing, but until they make a trade, and I'll keep saying it every fucking episode, they're not going anywhere in terms of winning the Stanley Cup. Maybe you get in the playoffs, maybe you get a wild card spot, but you're out in the first round, so what difference does it make? But I will close with, again, Remembrance Day is going to be halfway through the week. I don't have the poppy, but you don't have to always wear the poppy. It's about just saluting those that that served, in the wars, whether it's World War I, World War II, everything in between. We're very lucky to be here. We're very lucky to have the privileged lifestyles that we have. I don't like wearing the poppy, putting it in. I should get the sticker one, but either way, I do have my own show and platform, so I will always, at this time of year, I chose this episode Saturday night to do it. That's for Don Cherry, and that's for everyone that understands how lucky we are, the milk and honey, all the immigrants. We're all immigrants, even you Munja Cakes, Irish and English and everything. It's indigenous land, but where I give the Munja Cakes credit, they were here during that time. When you look at the last names that, all fucking laid it on the line in World War I and World War II, it is mostly them. But we're all here. We owe the indigenous. We owe the good old cakes. We owe the wops. We owe all the immigrants that have come to this beautiful country and have laid it on the line so we can be doing stuff like this. All right, that's what it's all about. That's for you, Don Cherry. Go Leafs, go.